Hey guys, I hope everybody is having an absolutely wonderful day. In the last episode of Learning EU4 with the Ottomans, we steamrolled through the Mamluks. As you can see here, they are a shell of the people they once were. And though we do not have much manpower, the reason why we don't have much manpower is because we just sunk a bunch of it into upping the Parthenon here. So that way we can get this extra 10% advisor cost. Pretty solid. And then once we get up to level 3, actually get 20%. So stacking these up is really good. The yearly corruption is really good as well. Hagia Sophia will give us what bonuses? Tolerance is pretty good. I like the tolerance. The monthly piety is pretty useful as well. Keep your loyalty nice and high. And patriarch authority doesn't apply to us. And it just scales up a little bit more there. So in the mausoleum, I'm not really too bothered by it. Institution spread doesn't mean much to me. The tech cost is, I don't know if it's worth the cost that they're trying to ask for it. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm not too worried about that. The unrest in these provinces over here, because it looks like they're not going to fire. So most of these provinces are good enough. And as far as culture goes, this is Armenian and Kurdish. So we got to be mindful of that. Whenever you integrate cultures that are not your own, it can be quite painful because you also get a bunch of negative malices for it. So this is sort of the argument for culture conversion, is that you don't get the -2 unrest, tax modifier, manpower modifier, and sailors modifier. But if you embrace or if you accept the culture, you will also get those included. So like Kurdish is considered the Persian culture or the Iranian culture group, and then Armenian is considered Caucasian. So you do not get any of them accepted automatically. For example, since we are in the, the Levantine culture group, Turkish is, for some reason, I feel like it's one of the things that makes this culture, makes the Ottomans a little overpowered, is that they can take all of this. Since we are an empire, we get a cultural union with all of these cultures. All of these cultures are treated as if they are a accepted culture. So once we take Syrian provinces, we will be able to treat them as if they are an accepted culture, because they are. And we will not get the negative malices. Like Bulgarian is an accepted culture, so we don't get minuses from it. So generally, you only really want to core up stuff that you have cores on, or accept the culture of provinces that are high development and are of your primary culture. Let's see here. Do I need to take over Trebizond as well? I do not. Okay. Let's see here. I will gladly declare this war for these two provinces. This is fine. And then we're also going to end up attacking these guys as well. So let's get you over here with our siege guy and have this guy hang out over here. These guys are going to head over this way as well and start sieging them down. Now, we're at war with basically only people over here, which is fine. I also want to attack these guys. They would accept vassalization, but I'm not too bothered by that. I'd rather just attack them and take the province outright. Have you guys occupied over here. And let's have these guys. As soon as we get mill access through the MAMs, we're going to head down and occupy these guys here. QQ, I doubt has... Yeah. They have no manpower and only 18,000 units. Look at that. As soon as they get onto this fort, because take a look, this fort zone of control, it's solid. They can't walk past this fort. They can come through here, but that means they're going to have to march past my armies, so we'll be able to see them. All right, I guess we're going to stop before we get to the fort, like they do that. We have mill access, so we're going to come down here and siege down Anissa, get them out of the war. My vassal will probably get occupied by Gazikmuk, so let's have them attack them there. See if I can get them into valuing that province there. Music is a little bit loud there, so I'm going to turn that down just a bit. All right, there's a 7 stack of Gazikmukians. Yeah, look at the siege ability. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Even on a mountains province, we just got a wall breach too. So speaking of, now is a good time to start considering the value cannon. Well, once we take mill tech here, which we will next year. I'm in no rush. So they're on mill 6. I'm on mill 6. There's nobody that's ahead of us in mill tech, so I'm not worried about having the edge, so to speak, because as long as we're even, I'm good with that. Infantry cost and cav cost. That's painful. That basically just means our armies cost more money now. So we've sieged down a mountain fort. Let's come on over here and siege down Tabriz, which is their capital. Give this fort to Crimea because extra defensiveness is good. And if they want to come up here and siege that down, that's fine. I don't care. All I want is these two provinces because that's the two that I have claims on. 0 Diplo, 12 at AE, no big deal. We've run the siege of Hiss and Haifa. Come down here. And in order to take Hissinkaifa, we're probably going to end up needing to piece out everybody else. Jam is the 2-province minor because Timmy ate them. Timmy and AQ ate them. So we're going to have to piece out Gazak Mook probably, which should be pretty straightforward. So yeah, I'm going to take these 2 on the yearly tick. No reason to take it ahead of time. If you're not going to get absolutism, I'll just take the corruption. We are losing quite a bit of corruption. Positive stability, rooting out and being ahead of time on tech. All good things. So, yep, now we're just kind of sitting here and waiting. Now, I don't want... See, we have our fort here. Very good. So that'll slow their growth there. Oh my gosh, these guys are all flooding my vassal. They always just keep on going for my vassal. It's hilarious. All right, so we're going to full occupy Anisa. We're going to get these guys marched over to... who else is in this war? Gazak Mook and Ajam. So we'll have them march on over there. We don't have mill access, so we'll have to get mill access. Ferdinand of Austria. 3, 4, 6. Not bad. How's the HRE looking? They're still pushing through. Obviously, the Reformation hasn't spawned quite yet. It'll come here soon. Like 20 years or so. They're sieging down my vassal. But yeah, they got 23,000 men sitting on a 40-day siege tick province, so that's good. Obviously, I forgot to core that up, so we need to do that. Let's have these guys head over this way. We'll probably be able to piece out this war pretty soon. Should probably take the war goal. Occupying the war goal will get us more war score. You can see here we're actually losing war score, ticking war score, because he occupies it and we don't. These guys are not going to be able to get that occupied in any meaningful time. So there we go. So now the question is do we want a little more? I tend to lean towards yes. I think we'll go for something similar to this. And with that just means we need to get these guys occupied a bit more. No big deal. Very good. Come over here and siege down everybody else in the war. Give the forts over to Crimea so I don't have to pay for them. Oh, there's some rebels there. Probably not my best bet. Yep, we are we're crapping on them. Take all 3 techs, no big deal. We still have tons of admin mana to spare. Speaking of, we need to turn off these edicts. Let's turn this one over to defensiveness to make these guys siege ticks even higher. Turn off this edict and make sure that that's it. Very good. And that will help our income out quite a bit, which is nice. Let's get those guys out of there. Paper is the future. Yes. So we did not get faceting either. I assume faceting has fired, right? Is there gems anywhere? So gems are over here. I think gems start in this province, if I recall. So yeah, I'm not actually sure exactly how to make faceting happen. But faceting is just an event that gives goods produced in a gems or in a glass province and converts the trade good to gem. So it's just a nice event. And if you can trigger it in your own land, it's generally a good thing for your economy in the long game, that is. So we're just gonna carpet siege these guys down, get them full occupied. Give that to Crimea. These guys are gonna get annexed soon. TM. And these guys I'm just stacking up war score against. That way I can piece them out for whatever I want. Every province we occupy is making it one step closer. Get a siege guy on there. No reason not to. There we go. Legalism is good. Yes, please. I like legalism. There we go. We're also getting very close to piecing these guys out. Here we go. And meanwhile, they're not going to actually get anything else occupied in the meantime, so it's good. So anytime you get this event here, generally what I do is I just give up my claims on provinces. In this example, it is a province right here. And I can give up that claim because I'm going to annex him. So I don't need that claim, right? There's no reason to upset your vassals if you don't need it, right? So these guys are going to just... Really? All right, we took that one more province, and there you go. We can now take all their money. So goodbye, QQ. They gave me these 2 provinces, which is really good. I will core that up. And now we just need this one province from Hissinkaifa, which we'll be able to get pretty soon. And we'll get plenty of claims over here. Since I have some spy network on these lads, I might as well make some claims. And right, let's get these guys over here. Get these guys down here to Tehran. And let's have these lads head over this way. And hopefully we can get Gazakmuk out of there before they siege down anything. Because realistically, we can just get onto Gazakmuk's capital and piece them out. These guys are sieging back their capital, which is very annoying. All right, let's just peace out Anisa then. I don't want to deal with that. I'll take their trade power as well, because they have trade power in Bosra, but also Alexandria. So it's more trade that we can steer up. Ajam might want to peace out pretty soon. Those guys are heading over there. Let's get them like over in this area. These lads are heading over there. We're getting there. This is the it's very annoying handling like OPMs in this game, because you basically have to like, oh, these guys are black flag now, unfortunate. You have to do a lot of finagling. We lost mill access. Okay, this is fine. You have to do a lot of finagling just to annex OPMs. So these guys are still not black flag. We don't have mill access anymore. Okay, they got black flagged anyways. Okay, well, yeah. See, because would result in annexation, minus 90, and Gazakmuk is still feeling okay in this war, so they're not willing to get out. Let's get you guys over there. Let's have these guys head over here to handle rebels, and should be mostly done. Mercantilism for Diplo. That's fine. We're ahead on Diplo, so I don't mind. Hey, look at that. We got our next idea group. So, next idea group. What do we want it to be? And we're ahead. Remember, this is the benefit of it. We're 12 years ahead of time on tech, and we've already finished out an idea group from admin. So, one thing we could do is we could go another admin idea group and go with eco. You can argue that eco is one of the best idea groups in the game because it's got really good positive modifiers for your economy, but at the very end, you get 20% dev cost. Now, since we're ahead on mill and we have plenty of mill mana stacked up right now, I tend to lean towards quantity. Quantity, I don't think quantity innovative gives much fort maintenance, and it's fine. Quantity or innovative offensive is really good because it gives extra siege ability. So you can see here 10% on top of the 20% you get from this. Guns of Urban is giving us 33%. So that's 63% siege ability. Plus you get a guaranteed siege pip for each general you roll for the rest of the game. However, I don't know, because innovative eco-offensive also gives a discipline, if I recall correctly. Let me see here. Artillery combat ability. So, solid. Generally, when you take innovative first, offensive is always a really good second idea group. Trade, I think trade innovative gives extra trade efficiency and interest per annum, so that's okay. But let's go with offensive. Offensive is a really solid idea group because it gives extra leader pips as well. Extra cav combat ability is going to be good. Let's switch over to a mill focus. We want to try to rip this entire idea group out before we take tech. That is my goal. So they took this fort, which is super annoying. And I don't have mill access up there. No, I do not. Let's get mill access through Trebizond. Also, I think I spotted that they are willing to transfer trade to me, which is really good because they have a decent amount of trade power in Crimea. And there's a bit of trade here that could be getting steered our way. Yeah, that's fine. I'll take their trade power. It doesn't cost a relationship slot, so there's no reason not to. Navy tradition, oh no, anyways. These guys are heading over here. Gazakmuk is getting occupied, which will hurt their enthusiasm for the war. Hey, look at this. We can take the entirety of this idea group for innovativeness. If you're the first one in the world to take an idea, you get innovativeness. So we're going to get 3 times 7, so 21 innovativeness from taking this idea group. Pretty incredible. It's pretty incredible indeed. Let's have these guys suppress rebels. That way we don't have to worry about that. Those guys are over here sieging this down. Oh no, I don't care. Turn this edict off. So I'm not paying for it. Look at that. Siege takes 11 days. It's so overpowered. It's so overpowered. All right, there we go. We can now take this. Now, it might be in my best interest to piece these guys out separately. Take war reps and as much money as they're willing to give, which is all their money, actually. And annexation and all your money. Very good. So now we got a couple of forts over here, and we can kind of consider what we want to do with it. Hisn Kaifa is Highlands. Dulkadir is Highlands as well. This province will apply a decent fort zone of control, and this one gets over here to the mountain. So I'm actually going to keep both of them. I think that's fine for now. We'll keep both of them. There's not a downside to it. These guys can drill. Let's actually see here. Do we have any unrest over in this area? Albanian? No, we do not. So I can keep them drilling. And you can see we are way under our force limit now of 70. So, and we have an economy to handle it. So let's get at least one cannon in each stack as well as a couple of infantry. Matter of fact, we're working on a mill group, but I think I'd rather get a couple of Janissaries. So let's get some Janissaries here. We need a couple more admin mana or mill mana. There you go. So that is 11 Janissaries or 10 Janissaries. Get you guys over there. Get you guys over here. Janissaries are overpowered. So if you can stack them up, you want to. Matter of fact, I'm actually going to get a few more. Yeah, definitely can't afford that. There you go. Janissaries are really good. If you're in the Ottomans, you should be stacking your Janissaries up. There's no downside to it, except you can get some issues here if you have low stability and you have too many Janissaries. But basically, just keep yourself stable. And honestly, as the Ottomans, you shouldn't really be having issues with stability. The Ottomans are very strong. Those guys are drilling. Let's have these guys drill as well. Nope, just kidding. We will not have them drilling because we need to keep these Armenian separatists in check. So we'll have this 18 stack over here suppressing rebels, and then these guys will come down here. We'll get them drilling as well. Go for the eyes. Extra morale right as we lose the discipline modifier. Very solid. So as far as Defender of the Faith, I'm not super opposed to it. We don't really need to convert much because Christians are going to be getting all these bonuses from the dhimmi. So what was this? A mosque in this province. So let's build a mosque over there, which I assume would actually be a church considering the fact that it is a Christian province. But that's fine. So let's see here. Probably should take some crown land. We're not going to be doing any dev anytime soon. So take some crown land. It's good because you want to the rule of thumb is you want to have at least 75% of your crown land by the time absolutism rolls around at about 1610. So that's kind of the general rule of thumb here. So we're not going to be taking tech anytime soon. We might as well debase and click this button here, get a little bit of legalism. We have a lot of money in our bank now. Very good stuff. And since this is finished, you can see how cheap our advisors are. So good. So good. As far as anything else, we do not have any more that I'm aware of, right? Great projects. Where are we at here? Clicking the wrong button, dang it. There we go. Nope, that's all we have. I am tempted for this. The tolerance of heretics is okay. It's only useful for Shia for the most part because it's not like there's any Abadi in the world. Around us, at least. The feudal de jour law is nice. Helps with this. The combat terrain in Terrain of Capital is good. The only issue is that our capital is farmlands, and then nothing else in the entirety of this area is farmlands except for like Baghdad. So probably not worth. Honestly, free war taxes is probably the best one. So what you do is you click war taxes, you just let it go. It used to be you had to re-up it every like 2 years, I think, but now, now you just turn it on. And while at war, you get these bonuses. It only applies when at war. So if you forget to turn it off, once the age is over, it will only cost the 2 mill mana while at war. That's it. People forget. People don't know about that. It only costs mill mana while at war. And since we have some inflation, let's buy that down. Since we have admin. So that's good. So if you have any more questions about how that works, go ahead and leave a comment as well, because I'm happy to help out as much as I can. So we're getting plenty of money here, and we're going to be able to spend a bit of it on development here, or not on development, on buildings. So let's build some buildings. Production. So this building right here, workshop, magnifique. I like to sort by improvement amount. And just build a bunch of these, because what these do is they increase the amount of money you get from production, not goods produced. It doesn't affect goods produced, but it does affect production, 10% more production. So this province here will give us 10% more ducats every month, which is really solid because, you know, that ends up being quite a bit every year. And that's the key, is to stack up your modifiers and be completely like ready to roll everybody when the time comes. So I really want these provinces. I don't really care about fighting Castile because I don't think Castile's going to do much. They have a navy, but we have a navier navy than they do. We have no ships to be upgraded. If we just attack these guys, I think it's fine. I will bring over these lads. I'll bring like half of them over and have the rest of them like come down here. These guys will occupy these islands over here. I think it's about that time, right? They're only allied to... They're in a trade node with Cyprus. Cyprus won't join. Siena won't join. Okay, yeah, this is totally fine. Morale of armies? No, I'm not going to lose morale of armies. You can kiss my butt. Oh no, I gained 25% autonomy in my capital. Too bad you can't do that. All right. Get you over there and you guys over here. We're going to siege down Lesbos. Let us attack for... Let's go for Lesbo. And the reason why... So, you may be wondering, why not declare reconquest? It's because we only have one province there. So we will reconquest this province. However, we'll pay Diplo for that. Because if I do this, then everything else I take will cost Diplo. So it would be much cheaper to just go with conquest. And yes, we are attacking quite a large superpower. So we have to be mindful of that. Where is our navy? Over here. So we're going to go down to speed 4. There's definitely no reason to be, you know, reckless. So I'll have you guys come over there and have these guys come over here. Those Genoese noble rebels, I don't see them, so I don't think they're going to be there. Oh, there they are. Yep. Okay, the fog of war almost got me. State needs the money or 15 prestige and a half off admin guy. We already have the half off admin guy. I suppose I'll just take the money. Well, how old is he? He's 41. The yearly prestige is good. I'm actually going to go with that. Plus, topping off our prestige is going to be good. We got the Jew in the court. Jew in the court, everybody. Look at that. So now we're only losing 0.5 prestige a month, which means we're basically sitting on 100 prestige. So there we go. In this war, we're basically kicking these guys out of here. And even better yet, this is a trick. This is something sneaky. We can get a province over here. And what that does is this right here, this province will free up a lot of future expansion routes, right? So something to keep in mind. It's going to cost Diplo. Probably going to be worth it, in my opinion. So these guys will get there on the 19th. So these guys will get there a couple days after. No big deal. Actually, let's have these guys head in first, 27th. And let's have those guys get in there roughly on the same day. One day early is fine. Get a general in there, a decent general. Basically, here's a nice thing you can do. Hunt enemy fleets in the Mediterranean. I love it. I love that one. And speaking of, I think it's about time we built a flagship. So let's build a flagship here in Constantinople. Let's go with, we'll call it the Mehmet, right? What's his name? Mehmed? Sorry. Let's go with, oh my gosh, I can't click it. Mehmed, I think it's like Fatih, which I think means the conqueror, if I recall correctly. So whenever you're building and this is from Golden Century, I believe, this guy right here. Whenever building a flagship, it costs a lot of money, but usually it can be quite worth it. We can go with a heavy ship, or we can go with like a galley or a light ship. Considering the fact that we don't really plan to build many heavies, I'm not really too bothered by either or. We can afford a heavy ship. It's going to be less likely to get sunk if it's a heavy ship, so I think we'll go with a heavy. If you're going to put it in like a light ship, you can argue that a light ship. Heavy is generally the best one just because it's got the most, you know, the most hull points. You can see the hull is 8 for this and it's 30 for this. Cannons 40 versus 10, so it's just stronger. The only thing is that it's slower, right? So these are 10. This is 6. Galleys are only 4. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go with, usually I like to go fleet morale because this basically just buffs your entire navy. If you're going to have your heavy in your navy, might as well do it. Let's go with fleet movement speed because it makes your fleet able to catch your enemies out a little faster, and fleet engagement with, which means you basically can kill more of their ships at one time. So let's get that started. And did I spell that right? Fatih, I did. All right, very good. We're going to kill off their rebels, and we're going to siege down that province here. Now, as far as piecing out goes, we're not going to be able to do it anytime soon, because we're going to have to piece out Castile first. Though they are at war over here with England. Looks like Burgundy got a little bit into France over here. Really? You do not see that every day. That does not happen every day. Oh, damn. Oh my gosh. That's a really strong Austria. Bohemia PU, Burgundy PU, and a Hungary PU. We're going to have our work cut out for us. That'll be good. So there you go. We just killed 10 of their ships, a heavy, and stole 2 light ships. Look at this. And it's doing it all automatically. All of it. We stole another heavy ship. We stole a heavy ship, rather. Sinking all their ships. There's nothing they can do about it. Look at this. It's so good. I haven't lost a ship yet. So good. I have lost 0 ships. They have lost 34. So let's have these guys head in and, you know, repair for a couple months. There's no problem with that. But yeah, as you can see here, we've finished up our production buildings, and look at this, 17 ducats a month. We're rich. We are rich. We have no coalition either. So let's take a look over here. Wallachia is Orthodox, so I think it might be in our best interest to attack them and annex them when our truce is up here in February. So I'm going to do that. Get those guys over here. They got a 3-star general there. 6341. Not bad. Ooh. Ooh. All right, Naples. I see you. Naples is here. So let's have you guys hunt enemy fleets in the Mediterranean. Hit A to detach broken ones. And switch this guy over here to defensiveness so I don't have to worry about him. And continue this. Again, we want to take all these ideas before we even get to... Ooh, they are starting to head in here. All right. Well, this is grasslands, actually, so this is fine with me. Oh. Okay, so this is woods. It's not the best, but our army quality will carry us through this fight. We might wipe them. We should wipe them. Yes, very good. All right. Our truce is up with these guys. We're going to full annex them if we can. If not, we'll full annex them and then release them as a vassal. Well, yeah, I guess that doesn't really make much sense. We're going to be able to full annex them no matter what, but whether it will be the smart move is remains to be seen here. So let's have these guys get caught out over here. Let's get a general on you. These guys are just sitting here waiting to try to siege me down, but they can't. So they actually can march straight on to Constantinople right now. So that tells me that there's a hole in my fort. Let's build a fort right here in Zeta. Actually, is this mountains as well? This is mountains as well. So let's build a fort here because it will communicate with this province here, because these provinces will both project a zone of control. And so that will get there. And then we'll build another one probably like here. And that will communicate with these guys. So we'll do that eventually. I'm in no rush. Okay, these guys are heading out to Sofia. Very good. We've sieged that down. Those 4 siege pips are pretty nuts. Oh, they're getting sieged down by them. Oopsies. Austrian conquests. Oh, crap. Austria is attacking them as well. This is going to put a wrench in our plans. I was hoping to annex them and release them as a vassal. But I think I'm going to show you guys a really fun way to do this. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to vassalize him, because he's the only one in this war. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait until his capital gets sieged down. And then my hopes are we'll be able to vassalize him. Yeah, we probably won't be able to. We'll see how it goes. Oh, these guys are being slippery. They're avoiding me somehow still. They're so fast. So fast. Oh, look at that 14 stack. Come up here. These guys are locked in. Get a quick clap on them. Oh, just kidding. Look at them holding on. That 6-star or the 3-star general is nuts. Yeah, I'm not doing that. They're sitting on my gold mine. You sons of guns. You better not touch my gold mine. It's a lot of money for me. Yeah, they're on a mountain fort, so you got to be careful with that. It would be really good for us. They would head into this mountain fort here, and we could fight them there. Yeah, I'd rather not fight them in the fort in a mountain. They have a 2-4 general, so we got to be mindful of that because they can kick our butt, no doubt. All right, so we've won that fort there. Yeah, we're not going to be able to vassalize them. This is unfortunate. Because if you can vassalize them, then what? Woods? Yeah, this is fine. Let's get our better general in there, though. The woods would allow you to take a -1, but this is fine. Let's get a... So we need to get a cannon in each stack here. These guys are taking attrition. So let's have them head over to a province where they're not. Just to be a little more efficient with our manpower. Let's have these guys come down here. We're going to get 2 cannons in this stack because this is 2 stacks that I like to split in half. And this is what you call the value cannon. You have 1 cannon in each stack. And the reason why you get 1 cannon in each stack is because each fort level 1 requires 1 cannon. Fort level 2 retires 1 cannon for +1 pip. Level 3, 1 cannon. So no matter what the fort level is, you get a +1 on every siege tick that you have a cannon in. So that is why you get the value cannon. That is the power of the value cannon. All right. So Castile is doing okay. How's the Navy stuff looking? 41 ships. We sunk 0 of Castiles. Really interesting. Oh, what? They pieced out. What the heck? Okay. For some reason, they pieced out. That's awesome, though. I really don't know why they did that. Okay. So again, these guys are on here with their 13. So you can see here, we say, Dolkadir, I want you to be passive. This switches from 13 up to -22. And then I say, oh, that's why they weren't doing anything. I had Crimea set to passive. Derp, derp, derp. I'm a dingus. Let's get that cannon up there. And for now, I'm actually going to bring that cannon up here as well. So you can see here, if you hover over it, +1 artillery, or 1 artillery gives +1 bonus on a level 1 fort. Level 1 forts are easy because it's just 1 per. So it's 5 per. Or 5 artillery, 5 bonus. Yep, that's fine. I'm ahead on admin, so I don't mind if spending a few admin mana. I am so stoked up for these extra siege bonuses. It's going to be very strong. But yeah, unless Castile marches men all the way over here, which they could, I guess. But I'm not too worried about it. They could. They very well could. Hopefully we get our forts up in a timely manner. Since I'm in this war, I wouldn't be able to release them as a vassal. So we very well may just... Ooh, here you go. This is the Aragon stack. Okay. So we have defensiveness over here. Ooh, this is a lot of men right there. That's perfect. Yes, that's perfect. I think we're just going to full annex him. Oh, we cannot. Oh, I'm dumb. Very good. We will full annex them. The AE is very manageable, and we can even yoink some dev there. So there we go. Prestige from land battles. Better yet, 20% or 20 spy net or siege ability in the next one. And even better, sadly, those forts don't communicate, but we can build one. Yeah, none of these forts are really good for it, honestly. That's okay. It's going to be a little strategic hole in our fort line. So this 7 stack is coming over here, and we're going to hopefully wipe them. Very good. Get those guys over here. Okay, very good. And this is a -1 because it is a woods fort. So they get a -1. And then if we have superior maneuver, which we do, they also take a -1 for the river crossing. If you're attacking somebody and you're crossing a river onto your own fort, they take the -1 from the river crossing as well. Really good information to have. And that right there is how you stack wipe 18,000 men. Right? Look at that. I've lost 7,000 men. They have lost 53. That's all right. That's pretty good, right? Let's have these guys just head back here. Oh, there you go. This Neapolitan stack wants to get wiped again. So I'm just trying to avoid any like major attrition in this area. You want to avoid your attrition if you can. It's just good to be responsible with your manpower. So in this war, we're going to end up needing to peace out Castile. Once we peace out Castile, we will be able to peace out these guys because the relative strength of alliance is much higher. Look at that. minus 12 or plus 12, and then you also only get much less overall war score, because it's also calculating, whenever it's calculating war score, it's calculating how much of Castile's land you have occupied as well. So I think I'm going to wrap this up, and we're going to finish up this war in the next episode. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I think we took all this today, and right now we're just kind of figuring out how to expand with vassals, as well as we're going to get our foothold in another province over here, which will allow us to get claims over here, and basically expand the routes in which we can expand in. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, make sure you let me know by leaving a like on the video, leave a comment down below, tell me what you learned and what you have questions about, and I'm happy to respond to those comments in the coming days. But yeah, that's all I got for you for today. This is Chewyshoot, and I will catch you guys later.